Hello and welcome to a review of the game Birthday of Midnight. This game was developed by FREDJI Games and the publisher was Ratalaika. I want to go ahead and thank them for a review code for this game, so let's get into this. Overall, I would give this game a 8.2 out of 10 and I will explain why. The game overall was extremely enjoyable to me. The very basic movement was very refreshing to play and felt like it had a lot more to offer. I love the designs of each of the levels with the black silhouettes for the hazards and the obstacles throughout. With this being some kind of sequel to the first Midnight Deluxe Plus game, I did have high hopes for this. The increase of the difficulty throughout the game felt fair and was very simple to follow. There were times where I felt like I wasn't able to progress, but overall, the levels that I did play of the game were extremely enjoyable. The achievement list, extremely simple to follow and only requires you to complete 50 of the levels of the game, as well as do a couple of other things throughout. The only issue I even had with this entire game was a slight bug that I found where I was able to already start shooting my cube before I had even landed. So I was able to see the inner side of what the cube looked like, and this kind of ruined the experience for me at times and was frustrating, as sometimes I would then under or overshoot a shot I thought was going to progress me onto the next stage. Hopefully they create a trilogy of this and add a little more to what it has. The price for this game is $4.99 and was released on the 30th of September 2020, and it is going to be backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X and S, as well as its original release on the Xbox One. The overall completion should take you under an hour to finish the entire game and is extremely enjoyable throughout. I would recommend anyone to play this if they're looking for an easy game to do easy gamer score with, as well as enjoy a little bit of a story and conquer some puzzles. With it being a puzzle platformer, after I had played the first game, I was happy as my expectations were lived up to. The achievement list is really short, only being 13 achievements in the entire game, and I feel that anyone should be able to go ahead and easily play this and get the completion. It does not take a lot of thought. It might take you a few tries. There's only one achievement. I think you have to get 3 stars on one level, which you could literally do on the very first level of the game. Besides that, you can go ahead and blitz through the rest of it. You can go and try, I guess, and get 3 stars in every level, but if you're just looking for a quick and easy completion, this is definitely one of those games. The music and overall insight of the game to me was extremely fun. The story that you start out with made the game seem like it had a purpose and gave the character some more life. With it being very limited in what you actually can do with the character, I was pleasantly surprised with each of the levels, as it offered different things from obstacles to hazards to flipping switches to open certain areas and being faster than the hazards before they land on the actual ending of the level. This made it extremely fun throughout, and I would recommend anyone to go ahead and play this. Even if you're not used to platformers or any other type of game, this is one of those games that anybody could pick up. It does feel a lot like a mobile game, but with the ability to actually see where the power is being put and you can manually increase or decrease it with just the left thumbstick, it's a lot easier in my opinion than it would be as a mobile game. The animations of the game are extremely fun and exciting to actually watch as each of the levels progress, as they get more and more animated. And the different portals and things that they add throughout the game, the actual way to progress through the levels, becomes increasingly more fun, to me at least. And the cubes and different things that are laid around the map make it all the more worthwhile to play, just to see whether or not you can go ahead and finish each of the levels. As the second that you even load into one of the levels, you're already thinking of how to beat it and how you can progress without going into the spikes, where I feel sometimes the hitboxes were a little bit too large for them and the sliding of the cube actually was a little too fast, and often I found myself dying just to little things like that. So I have a little bit of a bugbear with that, but besides that, the game is overall really enjoyable and I was able to blitz through all the different 50 levels, and you should be able to as well. But I do enjoy the different gears and things that are around the map, as well as the characters that are lurking in the background with the eyes that are blinking. Just simple little animations like that make the game seem so much more lifelike, and the swinging of the lanterns and the lighting, everything on this game was just really well made, and I would highly recommend anyone to play this if they're looking for one of those games just out there that don't take too long, don't take too much thought, but are definitely one of those that are fun to play and made for anyone. Sometimes you have signs posted throughout the game where you are able to read what each one of them says, and sometimes it can give you hints or tips, and sometimes it tells you absolutely nothing at all. But overall, you don't really need like a huge tutorial for this game. It's very simple in what the main goal is, and that's why I've gave it an 8.2. But without any further ado, guys, I'm going to leave the review off here. So this has been a review of Birthday of Midnight. Thank you to Ratalaika Games as well, again, for the review code for this game. But I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.